feel like life after 2020 was just the beginning of end times, or like the beginning of the end of the world, or something like that. I don't want to say the beginning of the end of the world and the first thing pops up is like chaos. But at the same time, if you want a new life, you gotta sacrifice your old one. So there might be. But I feel like life before like 2020, time felt real, like even though I know time is an illusion, I still feel like time actually felt like it is. Like a day actually felt like a day, a week felt like a week, a month felt like a month. And now after 2020, a day feels like 2 seconds. It really does. Like we're already in October, and I feel like the year just started. Before 2020, I can imagine what my life would look like in like a few years. It's 2024, and I don't know what my life gonna look like in 5 years. I really don't. I feel like 2020 and the events that happened, I feel like it proved that we're really not in control over our lives as we think we are, and life always has different plans. So I believe that you are the creator of your own reality, but that doesn't mean that you are in control over everything in your life, because there's a lot of things in your life that you're not in control over. What I mean by you're the control, like creator of your reality, the way you see things is your reality. Events can happen to you, but it's up to you to actually dissect and actually handle these things. Like, are you gonna let this thing crush you, or are you gonna let it build you up? That's what I mean. You're the creator of your own reality. Is your glass half full or is it half empty? Do you believe that you are powerful and you're a grand manifester, and every single thing you put your mind to, you can achieve it? Or do you believe all the limitations that society tries to put on you? Do you want to be comfortable in that box that society puts you in? Or do you want to use that box to build you up a castle with that box? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, could you stretch something so small to make it as big as you want it to be? Or are you going to allow that small thing to remain small? It's your reality. It's your mindset. You are in control on how you see life. You are in control of how you handle things. You are in control of how you view the world. Which lens are you going to take? That's what I mean. You're the creator of your own reality. Because everything is mental. People take things differently based on their own sense of reality, their own perspective, their own way of living. So that's what I mean. Yes, I'm aware everything is by design, but that doesn't take away from how I'm feeling or how I experienced it or how it affected me. Just because it's by design doesn't mean I should think about it less or worry about how it affected my life less. It does not soften the blow at all. I feel like it worsens it, because I'm like, dang, people planned this? Ouch, you know? But that's reality. I just have to accept it for how it is. And like, it was easier to make connections before, like when I tell you 2020 affected everything, like I truly feel like it created a whole different world, like how we socialize with one another. The food at restaurants actually tasted better. Like I remember, like Olive Garden used to taste like very good. Like I remember eating at Olive Garden and I'm like, this food is pretty good. Now if I go there, I'm gonna just be like, it's food, like I can't complain. Like the quality of products go down, but the price go up. It doesn't really make sense to me. So yeah, I truly feel like I got robbed off of something. Like the birds don't even feel real. Like I'm looking at this bird that's outside my window and I'm like, this doesn't even look like a real bird. Like I feel like it, it's hard to explain, but I remember when 2020 happened, when like the whole situation happened, I was like, I think, yeah, I was a sophomore in high school, and when I found out that I had to go online for school, I felt like my whole world was going upside down because my like going to school was like my only outlet for like being myself and actually having like a life. So the fact that I had to do school online, my mental health went down the drain. Like it was horrible. I didn't even see any good in life. It was hard for me to even crack a smile. It was bad. And then everything got better. Senior year, we acted like nothing happened. Like I feel like as a society, we didn't really have a platform or any like place or any openness to discuss what just happened. And it's still here. Like, I don't want to say the word or something because I don't know how YouTube be doing, but we never really get to sit down and be like, hey, what just happened? You know, like, I don't think we ever have time to process things. Like, things would happen now and people act like it never happened. Like, it'll be crazy events. People will give it attention for like 2, 3 days, and that's being generous for 2 to 3 days. Then people act like it never happened. It's just crazy. It really is just crazy. Like, right now, there's a port strike that's going on, and for that strike, people are not, I mean, people are talking about it, but I feel like people are not actually like thinking about how much this is going to affect us, like in the long run. And I get it, there's not much we can do, honestly, but I feel like we can definitely start, I don't know, building a community. Because if this is not the best time to make community, I don't know when is. I really don't know when is another good time because it ain't looking too hot. And it is what it is. Like, I get it, everything's by design, but it's still affecting us, whether it's designed or not. And I feel like we need to talk about it more and actually like share how we feel. But I also don't like how, yeah, we can say we'll talk about how we feel, but if a person feels opposing to like the popular opinion, then that person is outcasted, that person's looked crazy, ostracized. Why? Why? Like, if I have an opinion that majority of people don't agree on, why am I the bad guy because I got a different opinion? Like, I never understood that, but hey, it is what it is. But I truly feel like each year after 2020 just progressively got worse. Like, how society is, how we treat one another, the quality of things, basically life. It flies by, but yet I ain't really enjoying it for real. You know, like, I show gratitude that I'm alive, but at the same time, like, I'm not really like living, if that makes sense. And I feel like life was just simpler. I get it, like, ignorance is bliss, but I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just different. Like, each year, it just progressively gets worse. Like, you look at the state of the economy right now. Everything in prices have like doubled, quadrupled, but yet the wages are the same. And then you got like billionaires and millionaires telling you, oh, it has to be this way. No, it doesn't. They're convincing us that they cannot afford to pay us more, but they can afford to up the prices so they can stay rich. They can afford paying everybody equally. They just don't want to. We got to get that out of our heads that you like, if you're in this day and age and you genuinely believe the words that these billionaires and millionaires are telling you, that they can't afford to pay us, I feel like you're sadly mistaken, because there's no way. If they can afford getting million and billions of dollars, they can afford giving us a wage that can support us. Back then, if I heard a person had 2 jobs, I'll be like, dang. But now that's normal. It shouldn't be normal. Back then, you would hear somebody is like on his computer for 8 hours. People thought that wasn't normal. That's crazy. But now it's normal. I feel like just because something is normalized doesn't mean it shouldn't be. Like, doesn't mean it should be normalized. Like, all the things that are normalized right now are not, they're not healthy. There you go. Because just because something is normal does not mean it's healthy. We live in a society where kids don't play outside. People live paycheck to paycheck. We don't have livable wages. Food is expensive. Gas is expensive. Housing is expensive. Breathing is expensive. We don't socialize with one another. Dating apps are just human vending machines. We're always inside but never outside. And whenever people see people just touch grass, now they're the outcasts and they're the weird ones. Social media is not even social. It's just going band for band online. And people think it's real life, but it's not, because people make it their realities because they're always on it. So they think that's the reality. Each day we hear events that happen and we're so desensitized to like tragic events because that's so much that we're used to. It's crazy, but I truly feel like things are gonna get better, but it's gonna be a while until things get better. And I truly feel like this is just like a reset. This is just Mother Gaia, like Earth, just being like, all right, let's clean everything up so we can make room for the new, just cleaning everything up. I feel like the moment we have community, the moment everybody comes together, yeah, it might sound impossible, but nothing is, especially the Black community. If we actually, like, I don't know, stand up for one each other and actually have each other's backs, this will be easier. And I can only talk about my community because I'm Black, so. But hey, it is what it is. Stay woke, stay beautiful, and stay peaceful, Reflection. Thank you for having time with Tati. I'm out.